NCAA Division I AA football quarterfinals. Colgate leads Western Illinois 14-10. Elsewhere, it's Delaware 17-7 over Northern Iowa. They too are playing in the snow in Delaware. That game was delayed a bit at the start. They are still playing in the first half. Later today at 4 Eastern, Western Kentucky visits Wofford. And tonight, Florida Atlantic and Northern Arizona. And the winner of that game will host the winner of this game for the semifinals coming up next weekend. And so both teams back out on the field, a little warm up at halftime. And we are getting ready for football as Colgate will kick off to open up the third quarter, leading this game 14-10. How different is it, John, to go into the locker room, warm up, and then come back out to this stuff?
Well, it's refreshing to say the least. You know, you get a game plan, you get a handle on what you want to do in the second half, and I think you're more excited to come out now because you have a better idea of what the elements are going to deal and dictate what you do.
Well, they did not take the ball into halftime. It must have been a rock-hard football because it sails out of bounds. So flag comes out, and that's how we open up the second half with Colgate up 14-10. And it's interesting because Colgate unbeaten, 13-0, have the nation's longest winning streak at 19 games in a row.
Ball be awarded to the receiving team at the 35-yard line.
And so Western will take over at the 35-yard line.
And that's not such a bad thing. Normally when you kick it out of bounds, it's a bad sin on your part, but the way the special teams have been running the football back, this is probably the worst field position that they've had to start after a kick.
Western was faced with relatively a long field last week against Montana and still produced 7 touchdowns. Glassford breaks free. He's in the open, one man to beat, and finally pushed out of bounds by Sean McCune. Nice job of maintaining his balance, keeping his feet, and running downfield for 45 yards.
A great run, but really a no-call. Reggie Gray on the bottom of your screen, number 85. After Glassford breaks out of the pack, it's a blatant hold on the outside to Brian Anderson. The officials miss the call, and it goes for a big play for Western Illinois. A hold on the outside. And that allows Glassford to get outside and make a big play on the opening play of the second half.
Now, is that official? Was he working our cameras there too? Or?
I don't know.
Our camera operator's doing an outstanding job. Thank you for your efforts as Matt Yellen goes.
That's yeoman's work today. Great job, guys.
Outstanding job. Second down and 8 after the short pickup. And Yellen's had his name called several times. He's becoming a workhorse out of the backfield.
Yeah, so many times those fullbacks go unnoticed, but you notice them the day after the game. Great block, you know, nice catch.
Well, in conditions like this, all of a sudden they become your go-to guy. Grind it out. Back to pass. Mickna. It's Glassford over the middle. And he's very close to a first down. Ryan Miller on the stop for the Raiders. And late second quarter now, this nice drive here to open up the third quarter. Suddenly we're seeing these teams open it up. A nice catch here.
Yeah, nice one-handed catch, first of all, by Russ Mickna off the shotgun snap. He had all the time in the world. Nice job by the offensive line. A little dump to Glassford. And he gets the first down. Russ on the day, 8 of 17 for 109 yards, a touchdown, and 1 interception.
And a lot of drop balls because of the weather. He hasn't missed on many. Takes one way, pitches the other to Glassford, but not to be fooled. Drop back for the loss. And a nice job on Colgate by Andrew Oladipo and Antrell Tyson as well.
Glassford trying to get outside. 11 rushes for 61 yards after that loss. And you try to do something positive on first down. It was a good conceptual play, but staying at home is Colgate.
Second down and 12. Ball back on the 20-yard line. Mickna This time the handoff to Charles Hayden. Hayden goes straight ahead. 3 or 4, maybe 5 yards.
Terrific run by Hayden. He makes a couple people miss in the backfield. 3 arm tackles he goes through and gets positive yardage. So that brings Western Illinois back to a manageable 3rd and 7 situation, and look for Russ Mickna to get back in that shotgun and try to move it down the football field.
First time we've seen Hayden carry the football in this game. Don Patterson worked several players in to his offense. Mickna. Pass complete. Finds his tight end, Boomer Moore. And not a whole lot of yardage there, maybe a few, but it's going to be 4th down. We're at Andy Kerr Stadium in Hamilton, New York, in the snow. Along with John Congemi, I'm Craig Kashan. Our 1AA quarterfinal game. And Mickna now faces a 4th down on the short pass.
Yeah, tried to get it to the tight end, Randall Moore. He gets it to him over the middle, but short of the 1st down. And now the special teams will come out and attempt this field goal. They've got the wind with them, but more importantly, it's going to be the footing.
Justin Langdon already connected on a field goal in the 1st half. Sends this one up, and it is good again. No problem in these elements for Justin Langdon. 2 of 2 today and 7 of 7 in the playoffs. He is money. 14-3 now, Colgate. 14-13.
All over America, people are throwing out their cable boxes and switching to DirecTV.
Or log on to ncaasports.com.
The snow continues to fall, and Colgate's laid down to 1 now as Justin Langdon hits on the field goal. Not easy footing, John.
Yeah, it's amazing. We were on the field before the game, and we really couldn't walk on it. Now, granted, we didn't have cleats on, but still, Justin Langdon, it looks like he's kicking on a perfect summer afternoon out there. He's 2 for 2 today, 7 for 7, as you said, in the playoffs, and both kickers have done an excellent job of keeping their footing.
Lance Schwartzberg, the other kicker for Colgate. We had a chance to chat with him before the game. Didn't seem too worried. And the short kick taken by Long. Finds a little bit of running room. And again, it'll be good field position for Colgate as he gets that ball up near the 38-yard line. I think it'll be officially marked. Somewhere there's a yard line under the snow.
That's right. What they've done, as you pointed out in the timeout, they've actually chalked the goal lines and the sidelines at halftime, so you can at least see the perimeter of the football field.
It looks like there is red paint along the entire sideline and the back of the end zone, and then the goal line also painted red. They did that in a hurry. 1st and 10. Back to pass, and this time he is sacked. Kind of an odd-looking play there. Wasn't sure if anybody gave up. John Kowalczyk almost didn't finish that tackle.
Well, Chris Brown was counting on his tight end, John Friescher, to get out, but he was caught down in the congestion of the line of scrimmage. He never got out, and he did a wise thing because there was nowhere to throw the football. And actually, the Western Illinois defender actually gave up on the play. Chris Brown almost gave up, got away with it. Kowalczyk had him, but then let him go. Still ends up in a big loss.
And he thought he threw the football, basically.
Exactly. It's like one of those no-look passes in basketball.
Loss all the way back for 10 yards down, back to the 28. This time, rolls, pass is complete, finds his tight end, John Friescher, one of the captains on this squad, who has started the last 3 years.
Well, he couldn't find him on 1st down, but he found him on 2nd down. More importantly, a nice pass by Chris Brown down to his tight end, John Friescher. They talk about him possibly having the ability to take it to the next level. Gets him close to a 1st down on a 2nd and 20, now 3rd and 1, and Brown doing a nice job, 10 of 17 for 120 yards and 1 touchdown.
Friescher 6'5", 260, Casada first-team All-American. academic All-American.
Yeah, these guys, student athlete, they bring that name to another level.
Third and very short. Branch gets the call, busts through, first down. Chris McNutt on the stop. So Branch, we talked about him being the second half kind of go-to, grind-it-out guy.
Great job at the point of attack and the line of scrimmage. This offensive line creates a big hole for Jamal Branch, and we see his numbers, 35 yards and 1 touchdown on 11 attempts, but he's going to break a big one. You know, you can just feel it coming on. He doesn't have all those gaudy numbers, you know, for no reason at all. He's going to break a big run in this game.
This time he gets it to the fullback, Guglielmotti. Rumbles down for about a 5-yard pickup stop by McNutt again. So they're mixing it up, keeping guys fresh in the backfield.
Terrific job by the left tackle, number 66, Levitzer, on the outside. Blocks really 2 Western would-be tacklers to the outside and allows the running room on the inside.
Second down and 5. Ball's on the 37-yard line of Western Illinois. Gerald in motion to the near side. Handoff, Branch bounces off one tackle. Can't turn the corner. He slams that football down. He knew he was close. That's what the snow will do to a good running back.
Looks like he wanted to go inside, and there's nowhere to go, so he bounces it back to the outside in a shoestring tackle, and really no tackle at all. He slipped on the frozen field. It looked like Shannon Fitzhugh was closest to tackling, but he just lost his footing going to the outside.
I'm sure Shannon will tell us he got a hand in.
Yeah, that's right. Go to the sideline. You can see the cleats on the outside. It's tough, really, when you're trying to accelerate. That's the problem.
Brown, heavy rush, has to get rid of this football. And coming in a hurry was Lee Russell on the rush. He had nothing left to do but throw it away.
Yeah, good decision by Chris Brown, because Lee Russell was right in his face deep in the Colgate backfield. Just had to throw the football away, and they wanted to answer with a big drive after the Western field goal. But Dick Biddle and his crew will have to be content with kicking it back to Western's offense.
So Sutton in to punt. And Norris set to receive for Western. Calls for the fair catch, and now we'll let this one bounce. And the ball dies down about the 8 or 9 yard line. So inside the 10, Western Illinois will be pinned back when we come back to Hamilton, New York. Third quarter, 14-13.
Reggie Jackson here to introduce you to the best way I've found to improve your hitting. It's the Hit Away.
It's a hit. Improve your swing with Hit Away, the hottest batting tool on the market today. The Hit Away promotes balance, timing, hand-eye coordination, muscle memory, and power mechanics through the simple process of repetitive hitting. Hit Away attaches easily to a tree, post, or pole and can be used indoors or out with no need for a net, cage, or fence. Throw the ball away from you, and here's the pitch. Every hit winds up the Hit Away so you can hit again and again.
Take it from Mr. October. Groove your swing with the Hit Away.
Hit Away for either baseball or softball can be yours for $29.95. And if you call in the next 10 minutes, you'll get our setup and batting tips video, Gorilla Gold Grip Enhancer, and a pair of genuine leather batting gloves absolutely free with your order. And Hit Away comes with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call now.
It's a hit. Introducing Hit Away Junior, the fun, safe, and easy way to teach your little athlete to hit a ball. Perfect for indoors or out. You get 2 products in one, T-Ball and Hit Away Junior. Start your child hitting a ball on the T-Ball stand, then graduate them to swinging the bat and hitting a moving ball. Here's how it works. Just toss the ball and there's the pitch. Every hit winds up so your child can practice hitting again and again. Your little slugger will be on the way to playing with the big boys by learning hand-eye coordination, balance, and even timing. Parents, no more pitching or chasing balls. Plus, it comes complete with pole, base, bat, and 2 balls. All for $24.95. Hitaway Junior will keep your child busy for hours. Plus, it's fun. The Hitaway Junior is made with a safe, soft, neoprene-covered bat and ball. And it's easy to store or take anywhere. The Junior is the perfect gift for kids between ages 3 and 6. Call the number on your screen now to order.
Here you see the snow piling up the bleachers. 14-13 our score, and a lot of that snow has come during the game.
It hasn't let up at all. I mean, it's been snowing at the same pace since we drove up a few hours ago.
I think those bleachers there were reserved for us, but we somehow talked our way into the press box.
I'm glad you did the talking.
Yeah. Western's got the football pinned back at their 9-yard line, and Matt Yellen gets the call and maybe got a yard up to the 10.
We didn't even bother to crack the window.
I'm not going to say exactly where they are. Don't get any closer. Don't get any closer.
Hi, guys.
Hey, someone's got to do this job.
That's right. Hey, can you pass me the mustard?
Yeah. There goes Matt Yellen is limping off the sideline. He's been, as we mentioned, he's been a workhorse, and we were just talking about this during the break, how cold your feet are and your ankles and your legs when you're out there in snow.
Yeah, and those type of injuries, lower legs, they hurt even worse because, you've been using your feet and your hands, and it's a tough situation to be in, and Matt Yellen has done an excellent job. Let's hope he's okay.
This time Glassford gets the call, puts his head down, keeps his feet moving, gets about 4 yards. Grinding it out in the snow. Josh Sabo to stop for Colgate. Glassford, the first sophomore in school history to rush for 1,000 yards, so he is not done yet, only halfway through his career at Western. Last week held to just 83 yards after a 230-yard performance in the regular season finale. 3rd down, 2 of 8 so far in the game for Western. Those 2 third downs help produce a touchdown, however, on the same drive. This pass is complete up near the 40-yard line to Reggie Gray. Big play for the Leathernecks. Brian Anderson on the coverage.
30-yard reception by Reggie Gray, and when you give Russ Mickna enough time back there, and he's had a lot of time, it allows Reggie Gray and guys like Terrence Hall to go from sideline to sideline and be able to run away from defenders. You know where you want to go. The defenders are trying to stay there for as long as they can, but they have a clock in their head as well. They can only get there as fast as the ground will allow them today, and the receivers have the advantage if Mickna has that much time.
So a 30-yard gain puts the ball up at the 43-yard line of the Leathernecks. And the first down run, maybe a yard or two. And we are now told there's about 10 inches of snow on the ground so far here in this snowstorm in Hamilton.
Yeah, it's not a fun day to be out there right now, but those guys wouldn't trade their position for anybody right now. They're down to 8 teams, down in the second half of a game to try to advance to next week's football games. Mickna on the day. Russ had a nice afternoon, 10 of 19, 142, a touchdown and an interception.
Takes the handoff, tosses it ahead, and a big hit down there, and a nice catch made by Nick Christian to hang on to the football to keep the game. Brian Anderson on the hit.
Terrific catch by Nick Christian. Great concentration. He has his back turned the entire time to Brian Anderson, the quarterback, and that's a shot you dream about as a corner. Just wait there and deliver a pop. Good play on both sides of the football there.
Another 3rd down situation for Western Illinois. Nothing has come easy in their drives.
No, and they've done an excellent job on a big play by Reggie Gray. Let's see if they can convert here.
Mickna out of the shotgun. Plenty of time. Looks over the middle. Hits Glassford. First down and plenty more. Antrell Tyson, the tackle, out of the linebacker spot, but another first down for the Leathernecks.
Well, you can tell that Russ Mickna is a true student of the game because this is his fourth option on this play. He looked down the field. He looked down at his wideouts. They were running too close together. Then he dropped down to Jermaine High, didn't like the tight end, and finally finds his fourth outlet for a first down. There's a reason that he's already graduated in business and going for his MBA. He's a 3.8 student. He's a smart quarterback, and he knows what to do with the football.
On first down, another rush. But this time the ball falls incomplete. Nick Susko on the rush. He was looking for Reggie Gray over the middle. Second down and long.
A lot of shotgun snaps today and really been handled quite well. Again, enough time to deliver the football, but credit the Colgate defense that time. They had excellent coverage in the secondary, and with those linebackers being in the way, Mickna just delivers high and really a throwaway for him. Good pressure by Susko that time.
Mickna takes the snap, another pass. This time a heavy rush. Luka Boo almost brings him down, gets rid of the football, and it falls incomplete. And that's one of the things that was a big concern for defensive coordinator Ed Pinkham. He says, you know, you can get to this guy, but you can't bring him down. His vision is still out on the field and not on the ground when he feels those feet wondering where to run.
Well, he's a strong quarterback, and that's an excellent example of his stature, 6'3", 220, a senior, but he knows what to do with the football, and he knew he had a receiver out there, and even though he's got guys on him, he has the presence of mind to get it close, throw it away, come back on 3rd and 10, and try to pick up the first down.
Now a large task at hand on 3rd down and 10. He's pulled out some big 3rd down and longs. Can he do it again? Out of the shotgun. Pass over the middle. And this one incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Hall. Thrown a little bit behind him. Hall wanted to fly, but Will Arnold, good coverage for Colgate.
That was the first indication I've seen all afternoon that Russ Mickna lost his footing. He wanted to throw the football maybe a little bit earlier, had a reload, and that caused the ball to go high and outside.
Well, the difference now between earlier in the game, too, is that snow's piling up on the field, and they're only removing snow on every 10-yard line.
Right.
So in between those 10-yard line markers, it's starting to pile up. J.B. Gerald lets this one go, and it scoots into the end zone. Had a chance to down that one inside the 10-yard line, but Vincent Campbell couldn't down it, so it'll be first down from the 20 when we come back.
Home is where the hoop is. With ESPN Full Court, you'll get the most out of the second half of the college basketball season. To order, call your local cable company.
They're saying just what I've been saying for years. High school ballers just aren't prepared for the NBA. That's funny. They're saying the Dolphins secondary is unstoppable. I was just saying the same thing. What the?
I have to focus, gather everything I've learned, all my successes, all my sacrifices, all my pain, and concentrate that energy into one moment. That's a moment I'll use every single day of my life. There are 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Back in snowy Hamilton, New York, that's the Colgate University campus. And update our other quarterfinal score. Delaware leads Northern Iowa now 24-7. They put a touchdown on the board. Tight one here, 14-13. Colgate has the football. There goes Brown. And it looks to me like we talked about earlier at halftime, becoming a stronger runner. I'm seeing him stay on his feet a little bit better.
Well, they're going to want to try to control, if they can, the second half and the way the game's played. And with a 1-point lead, they're going to try to get Jamal Branch physical. They're going to try to get him the football. Almost a good strip by the Western Illinois defender on the outside. Finally getting taken to the ground by Victor Campbell. But they're going to try to control the game with the guy they want to win or lose the game, and that's Jamal Branch. Either Chris Brown running it on the outside, the quarterback, or Branch in the backfield. Almost 40 yards on the afternoon and getting that average up.
Brown back to pass. Looks over the middle. It's complete. Finds his receiver, Luke Graham. First down, Colgate, as he moves that ball up near midfield. Phil Archer on the stop for the Leathernecks.
Nice throw by Chris Brown. You get a successful run on first down, and that opens up the passing game. And a wide open Luke Graham finally taken down by Phil Archer. And it looked like Graham stayed down a little bit. I'm not sure if he's shaken up on that sideline, but a terrific throw again under the conditions and into the wind by Chris Brown.
Brown 11 out of 19 throwing. Graham 2 receptions for 33 yards after he had a slow start. He dropped a couple of balls he probably should have caught.
Yeah, he did, and you can blame that on the elements, but you know, he wants to come back and make a statement in this second half, and they're doing it right now offensively.
First down and 10, ball at the 45-yard line of Colgate. Brown makes the pass over to J.B. Gerald. He fights for field position up near midfield. Brought down at the 50. Lee Russell and Phil Archer in hot pursuit.
I think J.B. Gerald's going to find out that catching the football and going north and south is going to pay dividends, because the shake move that he tries to put on, he's not going to go anywhere, and the defender's not going to really go anywhere. Although he makes a good play going back to the inside and gaining a couple more yards, it might be more beneficial. Make sure you secure the football and go north and south.
It's kind of like dancing in cement shoes.
That's right.
It just doesn't work.
Good effort, though, JB. I like that.
5-yard pickup. Pitch back this time to Jamal Branch. And not a whole lot of running room at all for Branch. Pushed out of bounds over in that western sideline. Victor Campbell on the stop. The students here at Colgate, we were told, that basically said if you show up, you can get in this snow for free. So there are quite a few students here. The enrollment rather small by comparison to almost any other college campus across the country. Their student enrollment just about at 2,700, 2,750. Bigger than the village of Hamilton. Their population just under 2,500.
Yeah, quaint town. Riding in yesterday, got to see all of it because I made a few wrong turns. So it was a beautiful campus.
It is beautiful. Whistles come in and stop play, and a timeout called by Colgate. So we talked about this university being rather special. There's some very interesting notes of interest. The 66th oldest institution of higher learning. Look at the applications, more than 6,700 applications a year for only 720 openings.
Amazing.
Yep, one of the top 2 liberal arts programs in the country. And the undergraduates, believe it or not, with all that enrollment, come from 48 states and several countries. So very, very nice setting here, very special place to go to college. There's no doubt about that. And over on the sideline, that can't be easy, taking the shoe and sock off and getting retaped. But that's exactly what Matt Yellen is undergoing. And we saw him limp off the sideline on their last series.
You want to show me you're tough? Take off your shoe and let me retape you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. But everyone that, you know, we talked about it at halftime as well. These student athletes are doing an outstanding job in the elements, and you know, no matter what the conditions, the desire will always be 100%. Let's put that wet sock back on too. That'll feel good.
It's not a good feeling. These guys are football players, though.
That's right.
You know, they've gotten a long way to get to this point. They've come a long way to get to this point. And They're not going to sit on the sidelines right now and let somebody else win the game for them.
After the timeout, third down. Catch is made by Luke Graham, and it's a first down for Colgate. Lee Russell on the stop for Western, but Colgate keeps the drive alive.
Colgate now 4 of 11 on third downs, and a nice throw and a better catch by Luke Graham. He was hurt, sat out a couple of plays. Now Graham with 3 receptions for 43 yards.
Graham continues to grind it out. Last year, the team's offensive MVP with 65 catches, more than 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns. Their go-to guy all season long, anyway, has been Jamal Branch up until now, but Luke Graham showing he's been there before. Brown, pass complete. J.B. Gerald. Not sure if they got more than a yard on that play, just a yard. Victor Campbell making sure he only gets 1.
Brown kind of stumbled out of the gate there, getting the quarterback center exchange and tried to throw it to the outside. And getting back to Graham, he grew up here in Hamilton, so a local guy that's doing quite well.
Absolutely. That brings us an end to the third quarter. These guys got the elements going here. No shirts, winter, big runs, and look out down below. 14-13, we're heading into the fourth quarter.